Good morning. Good morning, Deirdre. Hello, Andrea. Good morning, everyone. It's a great day to have a great day, isn't it? I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. So, how you doing? Let's do some checking in first. Checking into our heart. Good morning, Erica. I'm so glad you're here. All right, check into our heart. Do the heart brain with me. I do it every day. Every day, the heart brain coherence makes such a difference in our lives. Good morning, Leo. So, the steps are touch your heart center, place your hand on your heart, your high heart, where your soul is. Slow down your breathing. Take a deep, deep breath into your lungs, as deep as you can, and exhale it slowly out. We're going to do a couple more of those. I sound like my PT trainer, don't I? Okay. Morning, Annie. So take a deep breath into your heart and release it slowly. This next breath in, I want you to add in some love. So breathe it into your lungs. Think of something that just makes you so happy. Something that puts a smile on your face, because that's the next step, is to smile. So what is it? Is it a person, a place, a thing? Maybe it's a sunrise. Such a beautiful day. Maybe it's just the sunshine, the warmer weather, knowing that spring is right around the corner. Whatever it takes to make you feel happy and joyful inside, that's what I want you to focus on. Focus on that love that's right there in your heart. Oh, it's your doggy. I love that. New buds and branches growing on the trees. Awesome, Deirdre. Yeah, whatever it takes to make you come to that place of just ah. You know, when we're kids, when we go back to our childhood innocence, we don't put as much thought into things like, oh my gosh, it's winter, it's cold, or when will this happen, or when will this show up, and why am I not happy? When we're kids, we just are. We just be. We just enjoy the moment. And so I encourage you to go into that childlike awe and wonder of enjoying each moment and just allowing the happiness and the beauty to flow into your lives. Good morning and cheers to all those coming in. I see Catherine Kovacs and Suzanne Millard. I'm so glad you're able to be with us today. Charlie, good morning. Good morning. Kathy Hand. Oh, it's so great to see all of you this morning. We just did the heart brain coherence. I hope you take a moment to do it as well. 3 minutes. 3 minutes, you guys. You can do that without even breaking a sweat. You can go into a 3-minute breathing into your heart with virtually no effort, but the benefits are monumental. The benefits of doing the heart-brain coherence: it lowers your heart rate, it lowers your blood pressure, it gives you more focus, it helps you to remember, it helps your brain. You go into a different, higher brain state when you do the heart-brain coherence. It starts to repair the cells in your body, so you start to heal. I mean, come on, just one of those things to me is motivation to do it. So doing it for 3 minutes puts you in that coherent state. And isn't it beautiful that we can do that with ease and grace? I love that this morning. Good morning, Isabel. Good morning, Dixie Cunningham. Our blue has arrived. Blue, blue, blue. And Kathy, that's your kind of workout. Yeah, mine too, sweetheart. Believe me, I've been put through the mill these last couple of days with physical therapy. And yeah, I preferred the heart brain anytime. All right, so let's see what the angels had to say last night. It is called Brilliant Outcomes Require a Shift in Perspective. That's a long title. Good morning, Marietta. Theodore Roosevelt said, "There is nothing brilliant nor outstanding in my record, except perhaps this one thing. I do the things that I believe ought to be done. And then when I wake up my mind to do a thing, I act." I love that. Do you ever think of living as a challenge? I was at physical therapy today and struggling with the exercises necessary to rehabilitate my knees and strengthen my legs. I had a therapist, Damien, who had the most beautiful smile and amazing attitude, no matter how much anyone complained. I went in complaining because my back had been hurting since I left there yesterday. My attitude sucked. No matter how much resistance I gave him to do the exercises, he was pleasant, never judgmental or criticizing. And about halfway through the session, I realized that I could do it the hard way or the easy way. I stopped complaining, closed my eyes as I lay on the table, and did the heart-brain coherence. You see, we have choices even in the midst of challenging situations. I thanked him for not giving up on me and for his tremendous attitude that snapped me back into reality. Dear angels, I heard someone say once that we didn't come to Earth to sit by the pool all day and be served cold drinks. Life comes with challenges, and how we handle those challenges determines our growth. Dear ones, you have an opportunity at any given moment to support yourself or to see yourself as a victim. We invite you to step back from your situation or challenge, if you prefer that word, and watch the process as you respond. Are you looking at something as a mountain to be climbed, or is it a road bump to gently roll over? It will be as monumental as you perceive it to be. We encourage you to meet each moment as though it were new, leaving your old paradigm of struggle behind. Make up your mind to handle each situation with ease and grace, and watch the doors open to make this happen. The shift in your perspective creates a shift in the level of difficulty of that which you are encountering. Now, which do you prefer? The hard way or the easy way? It truly is up to you. Dear angels, today I promise to be open to new perspectives. They gave me that blog to kind of shake me up and make me look at things in a different way. And when I stopped, as I said, and that was a true story, I stopped yesterday, stopped myself from complaining because I realized that's what I was doing. All I was doing was resisting, which made it even harder. And with each exercise I had to do, I went into it with a, okay, like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be here. And that was what was going on up here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be going through something that hurts. I don't want to be going through something that is hard to do. And that was my attitude. And that was what I just was resisting it the whole way. My back was hurting. My knee wasn't hurting so bad, but my back was hurting. and I was blaming them. I was blaming PT. You made my back hurt. You made me feel worse than what I felt like when I walked in here. And that wasn't true. They didn't do it. My resistance did it. And with that eye-opening moment, I thought, you know what? I'm going to quit fighting this. I'm going to stop fighting and do what I know has to be done. They are the trained individuals that know what is needed for my body to get back to health. They are the ones that they're not doing this to punish anybody. And I think I had even said to one guy the first day when I was there, I said, boy, you like to challenge people. And he says, I like to help people. And what a difference. What a big difference it makes. I'm going to see what Kuan Yin has to say. Shoshana, good morning. Sally and Tony, good morning to you. Yes, I am happy for our Annie Banani as well. She's got a job coming up and it's so exciting. Kathy Hand, I love your honesty about yourself and your attitude. I've also found some great people who worked me through some very difficult times at physical therapy. I wish I could afford to go back to therapy, but it costs $60 each visit. That can be too much for 3 to 4 times a week. I understand that. Yeah, I'm supposed to be going 3 times a week. And I'm like, oh my gosh. But now I got a new attitude. So whatever happens, and you guys, this is incredible because this is not me. This is totally the angels nudging me and getting me out of my comfort zone. I even ordered the straps that they use at physical therapy to help me to do the exercises with my legs, and a wedgie pillow so that I can raise my knees and put the cold packs on there to help them to heal faster. So yeah, I don't know who this person is, Teri, anymore. Who are you and what did you do with Teri Angel? Hello, Julie Kiss. All right, so what does Kuan Yin have to say? Kuan Yin says, yes, of course Kuan Yin says this, love makes all things possible. Love makes all things possible. Take your time, commit to your inner journey, and don't give up. The Divine Mother is always there. Success will be yours. All right, Kuan Yin, angels, I'm holding y'all to this because I don't know if any of you saw my post that I did a few days ago, but I have now committed, I'm all in, to doing the transplant games in July. So let me explain. The transplant games is like a mini Olympics for transplant patients, those who have received an organ and those who have donated an organ. And it's like a little Olympic competition for 4 days. We can compete in different arenas. There's different things we can do. And one of those things I signed up for is to walk a 5K. Now, I think you all already know how challenging this could be for me if I looked at it that way, which I did. When I signed up for it, my thought process was, what are you doing? It's like, girl, what are you doing here? Are you setting yourself up for failure? And that was exactly my thought when I signed up for it. But now my thought is, with this new shift in perspective, I can do anything. I really can do anything I put my mind to doing, even walking a 5K, which is about 3 miles, a little over 3 miles. I don't have to run it. I don't have to jog. It's not a race. It's a competition. And to me, I'm competing against myself. I'm competing against my bad attitude. I'm competing against those ego thoughts that says, you can't do that. You know that you're going to just wimp out and you'll be sitting down about a half a mile up the road. So all those limiting beliefs, all those old things that tear us down, we can compete against that with a positive thought. We can change that thought in any given moment. We can change our attitude, change our perspective, and I'm going to go into it with, I'm completing that 5K, and I'm going to. So I did a post on my Facebook page. I asked for donations if anybody wants to help me with the expense. It's going to be very expensive. And while I'm there in that area, I'm going to be doing some work with peace. I'm taking in flyers. I'm taking in gratitude cards. You know, everybody there is going to get a gratitude card. I'm going to be hopefully setting up a meeting with the city council there in Birmingham, Alabama, and talk to them about maybe doing a peace poll or bringing in positive peace, which is what I am just finished learning about in my training to be an international peace ambassador. I want to bring this message to the world of positive peace and what that means and how we can do more of it. So anybody that wants to help me out, thank you in advance. I know some of you already have donated, and I appreciate that. So anything you can do to help me along this journey and to help me be there in a big way, not just for this challenge that I'm offering myself, but also to be in that area to bring in more peace and more love and more harmony. I'm going to reach out to the representatives there for Alabama and just see if I can do a meeting with them while I'm in the area as well, or even meet with them virtually before I even come there and see if it's possible to have an audience to talk about positive peace. So I've got great things planned while I'm there, and I appreciate all of you that help me out through this journey. All right, Kathy, you have the elastic bands and things at home, and you've got the exercises to do. Wonderful. Yeah, I'm going to be doing most of the physical therapy on my own because I'm leaving Florida in a few weeks, you guys. I'm going to be on the road again, headed out to Colorado. I get to be in Colorado by the 1st of April. So I'm very excited about that. And just being there for a month and doing things in that area as well. And I'm also going to reach out to the government officials there and see about putting a peace poll. I am going to put a peace poll in September near Crestone, which is in the southern part of Colorado. And we'll have a small gathering there, a retreat. If anybody's interested, the information will be out very, very soon about this retreat. I am collaborating with another organization, and we are going to just plan a beautiful time. There's so much we've got planned. So I'm excited about how life is going. Yes, that was a great card from our Kuan Yin, wasn't it? Blue had the most amazing visit with Brookie and Max. I know, so jealous. It's just amazing having someone come with a true heart to bring you healing. Such love is rare. I am truly blessed. Maxwell gave the most beautiful healing. All the animals here were in attendance for Max. I saw some of those pictures, and I'm so happy, so very happy that little Max was there and that you got to not only see him, but to experience healing from him and his sweet mama. And yeah, Brooke is an amazing healer. So Blue, you were in excellent hands to receive some of that healing for you. All right, so I have a real treat for you guys this morning. I am so psyched because I'm working on the tiny book. And it is the new tiny book that I know is going to be out. I won't say when. It'll be a surprise, but it won't be long. This tiny book, I'm hoping to finish it up today. So there you go. That's my challenge that I've offered myself today, is to finish the tiny book and to have that available for all of you that want it, to have it in your hands. So the treat that I have, I'm going to pick the first 10 passages from the new tiny book. So if you want me to read one, give me a number between 1 and 10, and I will read a passage from our brand spanking new tiny book. So who wants to have the very first message read from it? Let's see what number you choose. Somewhere between 1 and 10. Number 10, Isabel. Look at you. Go, girl. All right, so let me go to message number 10. And message 10 says, sometimes a very unique being appears in the world to remind you of your own magnificence. They are simply reflections of who you are. You are love and light, walking in a human body. If the light you see is bright, it is simply a mirror reflecting that light inside of you. What will you do to honor the one holding the mirror? Oh my gosh, Blue, I thought of you. As I was reading this, I'm thinking, that's exactly what Blue just shared about Brookie and Max. Look at that. There's no accidents or coincidences, you guys. This is just so beautiful that they give confirmation. Oh, yeah, I have tears of joy with that one. All right, Catherine Kovacs wants number 3 read. So let me go there. Trust is the foundation upon which lasting connections are built, and loyalty ensures that the bond remains unbroken no matter what. Here we go, right, Blue? Trust. And Sally, trust. So, they're teaching us a lot about trust. And this one in particular, this is why. Okay, this explains it. This is why they keep harping about trust. Trust is the foundation upon which lasting connections are built, and loyalty ensures that the bond remains unbroken no matter what. I love that. And oh my gosh, I just saw that our Hope is here. Hello, sweet Hope. Thank you for being here. All right, so number 7 says our Erica. You believe that if you have things, you will be content. Thus, you strive to have more, and then you find you are still not content. Be filled with joy and happiness on the inside first, and then what comes to you will add to your happiness. That is the measure of true abundance. I love that message. I love it for all of us. I love it for me because I've learned the lesson to let go, the lesson of release, the lesson of detachment of things. Things don't provide our happiness. Things don't provide us with joy. When we get so immersed in having to have something, then we lose track of who we are. So I do love this message. Be filled with joy and happiness on the inside first, and then whatever comes to us will add to that happiness. I love that message. Message 8 for Annie Banani. Oh, wow, these are really good, you guys. I didn't realize it until I started reading them out loud. All right, so message number 8 says, answer only to yourself and be okay with what you are able to do. The most important question for you to ask yourself is, did I try? And then celebrate the wins. Do not focus on any perceived failures because there are none. Who asked for that? Annie? Oh my gosh. Yes. Annie, I'm so proud of you. And I think this message is really apropos to you, and to just keep on keeping on. That's what you do. You persevere. You walk through any challenge with ease and grace. And yeah, I know there's moments of insecurities and can I do this? And I don't know what I'm going to do. But you go beyond that, sweet one. You just keep going and you just keep plugging. And I love you so much for that perseverance. Thank you, Annie, for being who you are. And to all who take this for yourself, yeah, take this message. The most important question for you to ask is, did I try? Did I try? And don't look at anything as a failure, because there are no failures. There's only try or try not. And if you don't try, that in itself is just giving up. It's not a failure. It's just a decision that you make. And then we live with the consequences of our decisions, don't we? Number 9 for our Hope Wellington Marshall and Shoshona. Giving gratitude is showing love in a huge way. The energy of gratitude and love are the highest frequencies that exist. Not only are you lifting another person, but you are emitting a frequency in your world that affects the entire vibration on Earth. You are impacting your planet in a positive way. Yes. Every time we give gratitude, every time we say to somebody, thank you, and we mean it, and we come from the heart with that gratitude, we are lifting that person up. And not only lifting that person up, we're lifting ourselves up as well. Have you ever gone into gratitude and sharing gratitude with somebody, and you find yourself just coming to tears of joy? This is what happens. This is the beauty and the absolute magnificence of what happens with gratitude. It is lifting the entire planet when you say those words to somebody. At the end of each of our shows, on the Morning Cuppa, the Afternoon Cuppa, we say, thank you, I love you, right? When we say that and everyone that's on the show says it, we are sending out such a huge vibration into the planet that the frequency changes. So yeah, I absolutely love it. All right, so what message didn't we get to? We'll just do all 10. If anybody wants to take any of the others for you, then wonderful. So we didn't do 1 or 2 or 4 or 5. So if any of those numbers are resonating with you, if you want to type that in, and then we'll see what it looks like when I read it and see if that's something that you take to heart. Okay. All right, I think I missed some of the comments. Yeah, I'm not finding them. I just saw somebody respond to somebody else, and I didn't know what comment I missed. All right, so going back down, Suzanne asked for number 1. All right, so number 1, and Catherine Kovacs asked for 1, and Blue asked for number 1. All right, number 1 says, and this is going to be the very first message in this new tiny book. Peace is not just about feeling happy, serene, and joyful. It's about loving your fellow beings enough to ask the important questions, to see where injustices are happening, and ask if you have a passion to take inspired action. So it's a call to action. This very first message of the tiny book is a call to action to bring in more peace in our world. It's not about sitting and being quiet and doing your meditation and your yoga poses and your mudras. That's not what peace is. Peace is looking at your world, looking at the people in your world and saying, how can I be of service? How can I help raise the frequency and the vibration? And what did we just say? Gratitude. More gratitude, please. That's what's going to lift us up. That's what's going to change the frequency and change our whole world, is seeing something and doing an act and then giving the gratitude. What can we do? I just applied for a grant, or no, I didn't apply for a grant that's going to be used hopefully for a lot of the publishing. But I'm applying for a grant specifically to help with the human trafficking project that we have started, that we are going to really work on diligently over the next couple of months. And if that grant comes through, it's going to affect so many people, because it will be enough to get more of this word out about being grateful and paying attention and acting when you see something, say something. So it's about loving your fellow beings enough to ask the important questions. I love this. So I hope you all are resonating with that message. And Isabel said number 5. Number 5 says, 3, 4, 5. In the dance between conscious and subconscious, the journey toward recognizing your uniqueness becomes a spiritual voyage, an exploration of self that gradually unveils the divine tapestry of existence. A reminder that you are not just distinct individuals, but also integral aspects of the cosmic symphony. We're not just a body, right? We're not just this human person. I'm not just Teri. I am an amazing divine being. And all of us, when we combine our divine beings as we're walking along this planet on Mother Gaia, wow, we make that dance so easy, don't we? So yeah, see yourself in that space between conscious thought and the subconscious. See yourself as that divine being that's making a difference in your world. These are all kind of flowing together, aren't they? Number 4 says Sally and Tony. And then Andrea, the last one, with number 2. So number 4 says, we encourage you to allow the possibility of miracles in your lives as you follow our guidance. Just as some of you can look back on your life and see how doors were opened and connections made, don't limit yourself with doubts or trying to explain away what you intuitively know was divine intervention. How many times do we doubt our miracles? How many times when we're told, go this way, or don't do something, or speak up, do we all of a sudden get small and we say, oh, I don't think I can do that, or something will happen and we're like, oh, I wonder why that happened. Stop doubting. Just see those miracles that show up for you as what they are. They're miracles. They're us following our path. It's all about divine timing, our divine plan. Just allow, right? Accept, align, allow, and stop with the doubts and the insecurities and the explanation. Quit trying to explain it away, because, yeah, everything is about that divine intervention and helping us to walk toward that path that we're on. So last one for our Andrea. Compassion allows you to live with greater purpose and meaning, with an inner desire to make a positive difference in the world. If it is peace you seek in your world, this is the key. Compassion is the key. It's being able to step back and observe and just listen. Listen with your heart. When we listen with our heart, what happens? We become more empathetic. We start to show compassion to others. We start to see that person that's grumpy or that person that's angry, or that person that's sitting there on the sidewalk with their sign asking for help, we begin to see them with more compassionate eyes. We don't know their journey. We don't know what they've been through. We don't know what they might be experiencing in their everyday lives. So, compassion is the key. And Catherine, I said, I've been hearing that word a lot lately. Okay, Jesus, take the wheel. I trust. Trusting. Yeah. Yeah, I think I read all of them, Charlie. Let me go see what number 8 was about. 7, 8. Yeah, that was the did I try? Did I try? That's the important question to ask when something comes up for you and you start to doubt yourself and think that you have failed at something. Just ask yourself, did I try? Yeah. So that was all of them, you guys. What an amazing. That was the 1 through 10 of the messages from the new book, the new tiny book. And I can't wait to get that in your hands, because just seeing this little sample of it, what do you think? I want to know. I want to hear your feedback. What do you think about this new tiny book and some of these messages that are going to be packing a punch, is what I hear. They're going to pack a punch this year for anybody that picks it up, opens it up, gets the message for themselves every day, like some of you are already doing. Oh, hello, Linda. Linda Shaw Doss. Thank you for being with us this morning. And Blue says, Gruff is now in my lap with her head on my chest, watching you and listening intently. Baby Gruff, I love you so much. And Andrea loves the new book and loves everyone. Beautiful. It was, wasn't it? I'm just so humbled and grateful that the angels have chosen to do this. You know, when I first heard the message, it was at the end of December of 2021. I heard the message to write down every night what the angels gave me. They said, we're going to give you a message every day, and write it down and put it out there for other people to hear. And I thought at that moment, I did my resistance. You guys, this is such a lesson for me, and I think for all of us. I did the resisting thought of, every day? Angels, are you crazy? You want me to sit every day and listen to your message and write it down and then put it out there for everybody? Do you know how much work that is, angels? I mean, seriously. I don't think I'm the only one that argues with the angels, but I know that I do it, and I own it. I do this, you guys. Not as much anymore as I used to. But when they told me that I was going to be doing this, I did. I was like, okay, I'll do it. And once I got started into it, it became such a beautiful experience. And I looked forward every night to what they were going to say. So then the end of the year came, and the Midnight Calls book was published with every one of those messages for the whole year. And the tiny book was the companion book that was an inspired thought by Dr. Ruth Anderson. And so the tiny book came forth, and we've been working with it for a whole year now, with the messages in it and sharing out those messages. So now it's like I look forward every night to what they're going to say, and to the teachings and the inspiration. That's what I see as the inspiration. Annie loves it. And Blue says, by the way, Brookie said that Charlie should invite us over for a barbecue. There you go. I think that should happen too. And Sally says, thank you for sharing with us. Can't wait. The messages are wonderful. Blue Jean, yes, I will buy a case of them and give them away. I love this book so much. Awesome. So great book already. Thank you, Isabel and Sally. I do it all the time. I try to barter with them. I just argue with them. like, what are you thinking? When they first told me to go out on the Peace on Earth tour, and it was right in the middle of the pandemic, my response to them was, are you kidding me? Don't you all watch the news? Don't you know what's happening here on Earth? And I laugh at it now, and they laughed at me then. But I do that immediate knee-jerk response when the angels give me a task. And then after that immediate, like, okay, now let's get to it. Now let's do it, right? But I have to be the human me as well, with my sense of humor, and they know this. I have to put up that little, oh, angels, what are you doing to me now? And then they laugh, and then they say, yep, that's it. That's it. so anyway, I'll ask a favor of those of you that were on this morning that heard these messages from this new tiny book. Would you take a moment, and you can do this in Messenger, you can email. Would you just take a moment to do just a sentence or two of praise for this new tiny book? Because I put it in last year's, in the Midnight Calls book, and I want to include that in with the book for those that have already experienced a tiny bit of it. If you would just write up, it can be what you just put in the comments here if you want, but just give me something that I can use as a testimonial to put in the back of the book, so, and on the back cover of the book, so that others can see how inspiring and really life-changing these messages can be. All right, so yeah, it's time for our our prayer request before we get to the end of the show here. Good morning, Tammy Fisk. And Blue, you want to hear the next 10? Good morning, Lynn. Oh, good morning, sweet one. All right, so Kathy, I need everyone to send positive vibes for Colin. The charges being brought up against him, even though I have no idea how they will prove any of it, could mean sentencing to jail. Ooh, for a long time. Yes. Oh, sweetie, we certainly will. We lift him up every day, but let's see him just being covered with the light of Archangel Michael and that beautiful shield that Michael can bring. Thank you for sharing with us, Kathy. Thank you for letting us know what's going on so we can lift that up to the divine. Sally says, I always tell them I will do their work, but not at the cost of putting my foot down. Yeah. Boundaries are good, but when it's in your divine plan to do something and they know it and they help you to realize it, use your intuition and say, is this for my best and highest good? Is this what I'm supposed to do? And then you'll get the answer. Deirdre, thank you for our daily prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking through Save Someone's Child, and for support of parents of addicted children through Guiding Grace. Thank you. Eric is asking for healing prayers. Sally, prayers for the lost, the lonely, forgotten, and those feeling unloved or afraid. Thank you. I'm going to ask for prayers for my friend Joanne, who is my host right now on this part of the Peace on Earth tour. And her mom just went through surgery on both knees, and she's looking at going to a rehab hospital, and she's not doing real well. So please lift up her mom, lift up Joanne and her entire family, and her husband, John, who just suffered from an accident and he has a tear in his arm and needs surgery. So pray for him, for everything to come through with ease and grace in that situation. My brother-in-law, Tim, that you all have been lifting up and praying for, was supposed to have surgery yesterday. And the surgeon decided to postpone it until Monday because it's going to be a very time-intensive surgery, very touch and go. Everything is so delicate when you're working with veins. And it is a vascular bypass that he's having done. It's going to be about 10 hours in the OR. And so the surgeon made a call, and they're going to bring in extra staff to be there for that operation. Just pray, please, for that whole family, but especially for Tim to be strong enough to endure that kind of surgery, and for the surgeon's hands to be steady and sure and be able to accomplish what they want to accomplish to get the job done. Blue, I actually argued with them once and they agreed. That was very odd. Well, the thing is, we do have free will. We do have free will. Even if there's something that's in our divine plan for us to do, if we're not willing to step up to the plate and do that which they call us to do, it'll get done, just maybe not by us. So, yeah, we have free will. We can say no. And I know this for sure. So I like to say yes, though. Those angels, they're so persuasive. And Suzanne, your angels can get pretty forceful. Yeah, they certainly can. I know that for sure. And Kathy says, thank you all. He finally had the guts to tell me. He wanted me to know how scared he was and why he hasn't committed to starting rehab. Okay, so March 10th and 11th, we will definitely keep him in our prayers for the best outcome there, Kathy. Okay, any other prayers? Go ahead and put them in, please. And let's just go into our hearts. This has been beautiful this morning, you guys. And I'm so glad I could bring you something new to get excited about and to see that tiny bit. Go ahead and see it in your heart. See it as real. See it, holding it in your hands, right? Holding it in your hands just like we hold the last one, wherever I put it. So this is the one that we've been working with for a year. And now we're going to have a brand new one. So see it real in your heart, envision it, and the absolute beauty that it's going to open up in you and in others who hold it in their hands. All right, so let's get into our prayers today. Just take a deep breath in and release. One more time, take that breath in. Feel the stillness in your heart. Feel what happens when you breathe in the love coming to you from the divine. When your heart space lights up with joy at that connection that you have with your higher self. And then on the out breath, release everything else. Anything that's not love and light, anything that's not joyful and something that's helping you, something that's bringing you to a good place inside of you. Let that go. Don't push it away. Don't resist it, but just release it with ease and grace. And on your next breath in, feel gratitude. Gratitude for this day. Gratitude that you're alive. Gratitude that you heard this exciting news today. A lot of exciting news. Gratitude that we are on this journey together. We're lifting each other, holding each other, changing the way that things are on this planet with our perspectives, with our love, with our intention to bring more peace on earth. Just breathe in and be. Be. Don't try to force anything. Don't try to come up with something that's not there. Just allow the love to be there. Allow the angels to surround you. Let's take a moment and feel them. Let's feel Archangel Raphael showing up for us. The angel of healing. The angel that can change things in a just instant. That can show us the miracles in our lives. So clear any resistance to being healed, any resistance to change coming into your life, any resistance to life being hard. Let's just allow it to happen with ease and grace and see the miracles show up. See the prayers being answered for everyone that we lift up today. Those on our prayer list, those that have been mentioned and brought forth today. Lifting up for emotional healing, physical healing, spiritual healing, and mental healing. Just feel that beautiful energy. And then feel Archangel Michael putting us all in a bubble of protection, helping us to go through life with trust, with faith and belief that we are connected in with the Creator. We are a divine spark, and that only love and light can enter into our spirit being, enter into our energy field. Only love and light is welcome here. And then feel Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel helping us to see with clarity, helping us to know the truth, to know that when we receive messages, that it is from the divine being. We feel it in our heart. We know what's true, and we can sift through those things that are not for us. There are a lot of falsities out there, but when you stay in your heart and you connect in with your gut and you connect in with these angels, you know what's true. You know the real story. And then feel Archangel Uriel bringing balance to you. Balance, centering, hope. And let's give gratitude. Thank you, angels, for lifting us today. Thank you for bringing in the healing energy for all of those who have asked for our prayers. And let's lift each other. Oh, Joanne, hello. Oh, absolutely, Joanne. We will put LZ into the grid, into our prayer list. Thank you. Oh, Sally, you're seeing it with confetti falling all around the stack of the new tiny book. I love that. All right, so let's get to the end of our show so we can get on with our day. And this is what we do. We play Leo, for one thing, and our Morning Cuppa song. And then we say thank you. I love you. So let's get Leo going first of all. It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day. Thank you, Julie. I hope you're enjoying Florida. Thank you, Sally and Tony. Love you. Thank you, Suzanne, for being here.
thirsty, got your breath going, hit you out your dimension. Morning cup full of joy, a very day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy.
Thank you, Charlie.
Peace and the bar, the daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy, a very day. Just start the
Tammy,
day
I'm
on a
so
high
glad
vibe,
you
we
were
call the
here.
AAA. Morning cup full of joy, with all the bees and the bar, the daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Cup full of joy. Leo, Leo. The doggies are watching Leo. And they're probably dancing right now. Oh, you're working while you're here in Florida. All right. Well, I'm glad you're staying busy. Thank you, Isabel. Oh, thank you, Marietta. I get to see you next week. I'm so excited. Oops. It cuts you off. Full of joy.
There is no secret. It's simply
Accept, align, allow. AAA, y'all.
Morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on the high five, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the bar. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on the high five, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the bar. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Did you fill your cup up? Mine's full of joy. Oh, thank you, Annie. And Deirdre's ready to help our Leo out. Who's going to help Leo at the end of the song? Here we go. Ready? Woo! Thank you, Leo. Thank you, Deirdre, for helping Leo out. She does every day, you know. All right. I'll be back online at 1 o'clock with our daily World Peace Meditation. And who knows what those angels are going to do today for that meditation. But tune in at 1 o'clock. We actually start at 1:11 Eastern Time. And hopefully you can be there for that. I'm available to do aura photos if there's anybody in the South Florida area that would like to have that done. It'll happen at Joanne's Day Spa, the wellness studio in Plantation. So let me know if you would like to have an appointment to do that. What else is happening today? I think that's it. I'm going to finish the tiny book today. That's what I think. So prayers for that to happen, that I'll have the dedication and can just sit and finish it. I did this when I was finishing editing the Midnight Calls book. I just did not leave the computer. I was determined I'm going to get this done. And so today I'm determined I'm going to get the tiny book done so you all can have it in your hands and we can start being blessed by those messages. I love you. Stay in your hearts. Stay blessed. Namaste, y'all. Bye, everyone.